What's up, people? I am back. It is the weekend, so I thought I would just go live and talk to all the fans, have a little bit of fun. Just getting down with this live action and interacting with everybody beyond just the normal videos that are either builds or crazy topics going on in the car world where I poke the bear and fire warning shots across people's bow to affect change for real car guys and girls out there. But anyway, I wanted to do this. I think it's fun to connect with everybody. What's up, Jeff? And of course, get this going. But with regard to Genius Garage, there's some fun announcements coming up. Also, things that relate to this channel, some good changes, some good builds. I wanted to talk to you guys about that, sort of announce it, and then also engage you with what you'd like to see and your own feedback with what we got going on. What's up, Bo Grant, Pile of George? Uh-oh, it's Pile of George. Okay, Slap, Cole, Zax, everybody. New Albany, huh? Down by Columbus. Yes. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you being there. But, hey, it's Mike Morrison. Yes, 67 comment guy. Everybody say what's up to Mike, the baby boomer hero out there. You want to see the stop with? I bet you do, Pilot George. All right, well, come on out. I can't help if your parents are quarantining you because they're freaking out. Coronavirus. It's a nutty thing. Anyway, guys, one thing, which I can't say publicly what it is just yet, but coming up later this week and or next week, I will be doing a very big and exciting collaboration in the car world with the established websites, a hub, shall we say. And I think you guys are going to enjoy it. There's some really great people there that share a lot of my common core beliefs and values in the car world. So we're going to make this bigger and better. Same crazy Casey channel, everything, and go in there. Oh, wait, hold on. Pilot George. No, they're letting me out now. Your parents are letting you out? Even in spite of this mad coronavirus cloud that's wafting around like a 1960s Star Trek or Twilight Zone special? George. Anyway, somebody says, still waiting for the Learning to Think video. Ooh, well, that's a dangerous video, man. But I appreciate that, and I appreciate you saying that. I have noticed. I'll be getting at that. So anyway, guys, let's get into the channel. So in the last, shall we say, month or two, I've actually tried to play a little bit nice. I just kind of concentrate on the builds and maybe not do some of those, we'll call them Casey rants or whatnot, where I talk about nasty, dark things going on in the car world and, learning opportunities and whatnot. And the funny thing I found out is the core group of subscribers really likes the builds and such. But if I'm not poking it or if I'm not moving the ball forward, the views aren't there as much, honestly, guys. So what I'm seeing is the nature of maybe the YouTube algorithm or the people out there do sort of like that. They do want to talk about rants. All right. I got one right now. Actually, I don't. I just kind of want to start that. Also, do you guys know I say, frankly, way too much? And I also go, first of all, but then I never say a second of all. So, yeah, I know I'm not perfect. And I know those are my dumb catchphrases. I'll work on my vocabulary, okay? But anyway, so in the last month, I've been focusing on builds, and we got more coming up. But what I'm going to do is really streamline that to make it nicer. Of course, the Lykan build is coming up next week. One young man whom I got to talk to who's going to be helping with this just injured his hand. So to Cameron out there, if you're watching and see this, get better soon. Look forward to see it and look forward to do builds in the future. But the Lykan is coming up. Are you guys excited about that? I hope so. Somebody writes something here. Rants are polarizing. Yeah, but the thing is, man, people view it and YouTube pops the algorithm that helps get subscribers. So I kind of got to do some stuff that help make that work so I can bring quality content that's helpful for people. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, somebody says, furthermore, George, builds are long, short attention span. All right, my goldfish friend, word dot. I don't know what to tell you, but it's quality stuff. And if you want to learn to do something, hang in there, okay? But anyway, so more things are coming up. The builds are going to be great. I'm going to be getting into that. Also trying to polish the channel. Not that it's a big deal or if you guys necessarily want it. I'm not trying to be a profiteering jackwagon, but it's kind of fun. The merchandise t-shirts and stuff with clever little things that could be fun. I got a new thing coming up. It's not there yet to where you can just see them if you like them. And if it's fun, that's cool. I don't want to be one of those people that's just pushing merch and like sponsors for crappy things. So if I have merchant sponsors, one, I actually like the products and stuff. And by doing that, it helps me, frankly, do content that's quality instead of just sensational garbage and ride people's coattails to become a big loser deal. Yeah, that's not me. So I'm just saying, if you guys see that stuff, I actually believe in it and like it. Anyway, but do we have premium members options? I'm working on that. I don't know exactly how to do that yet. I was looking at a Patreon where there's kind of behind the scenes stuff going on and opportunities to connect and do live. And that's sort of what I'm doing with this live action right now, because I think it's cool for you guys, the diehard fans, that I can just straight talk with you and hang out like this. And we can talk about things and do stuff. So what I'd like to do is have this opportunity to where there's a live behind the scenes stuff that I can just get with you guys. So I got to figure out how to do that. I'm working on it. Okay. So let's see some questions here. Vintage racing schedule for 2020. Well, Indy Chi, I will be frank. Some sanctioning bodies don't like me in Genius Garage because I'm actually doing things for the future and young people. And they have like greedy, sort of backhanded foundations to collect money and power to do nothing. So they're kind of a pain in the butt. And the fact that I'm telling you this means one, probably have bigger balls than I should to say that publicly, but it's true and it's annoying. So we choose what races to go to based upon who's actually being nice to Genius Garage in the future. So I know the Hawk race is pretty good. The HSR has been pretty nice. So I don't know what we're going to do this year yet. I got to see how nice the old cronies boys clubs are playing. So stay tuned is all I can say there. And for all you vintage racing people watching, don't be jerks. I'm not afraid of you. Anyway, somebody else writes, have you considered Discord server? I don't know what that is. Perhaps you can tell me. What are all of the cars in Genius Garage? Dude, watch the channel. Go on Genius Garage's website, okay? They're there. You can see it. They're race cars to teach with. Anyway, the Red Man, somebody writes. What you mean, Michael Morrison, the Red Man? Yeah, Brian and James Redman run the HSR. They're pretty nice guys. I think I like them. Okay, so, oh gosh, Pilot George is saying, I'll help you with Discord. I don't know, George. I think you're the guy that starts it. All right, man. Anyway, so good things with the channel. Going to keep it across the board. Got a really nice gimbal, so I'm going to start working on upping the video quality and all that and having fun. Thank goodness the weather is breaking. It's pretty outside. Going to start going to more events. Going to go to Cars and Coffees, maybe a rally in there. I know that the 3C rally coming out of Columbus, Ohio, believe it or not, you guys, is going to be benefiting Genius Garage this year. Yes! So you can go enjoy cool cars with cool people and it benefits Genius Garage. Sadly, I have to go to a wedding on the other side of the country and I can't go to the rally. But some really cool people that are into Genius Garage and helping that will be on the rally, and it'll be a lot of fun. So I will be at stuff, and we're going to be making cool videos and some amazing potential videos coming up with cars and race cars that I really hope you guys enjoy there, and naturally some builds. And Pilot George writes, ha, 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 funny joke, I'm leaving. No, you're not, George. You're never leaving. You know you're going to stay, and everybody likes you, George. Okay. So anyway, people, beyond that, I'd really like you to comment right now with what you think, and you can make jokes, but like, what you think would be genuinely helpful. And keep in mind, I'm one guy. I have to run Genius Garage, build Genius Garage, do these videos, edit these videos, put them out, and actually work on cars and do builds, okay? My entire last week was up in the morning and at the shop anywhere from 8:30 in the morning to 10 o'clock, and I have to get up in the morning and do this stuff, and then work all day to go home, spend a little bit of time with my wife, not to bug her, and then stay up to midnight to 3 or 4 in the morning at times. And that's why I'm kind of ragged out looking, because I'm trying to make a positive change. So keep that in mind when you give me suggestions that I can't just magically make movies every day. But I'd love to know what you guys genuinely like to see that you think would be helpful in the future and the growth of this channel to be a worthwhile automotive hub, because I know the channel's named Casey Putsch, and that's me, and I'm the guy yapping his jaw on the internet. But I really look at this as a community thing and the opportunity to empower everybody with cars and sports car. And that's why I like to beat up on the elite, because they're jackwagons and hoard things for themselves and ruin cars. That's my opinion. Anyway, so let's see what people are writing. Wish my dad was like George. My dad could care less about old cars that were amazing at play. I don't think you mean George. George is a hooligan young guy who's smart and kind of an internet troll. I think you mean Mike, the nice older man who is going to donate his 67 comment to a young person. Hey, Cooper, nice to see you here too. Will you be doing any autocrosses here with the students? I always loved doing that as a poor person. And I now have a Scirocco again, so that might be kind of nostalgic and fun. Truth be told, the reason I don't do autocrosses anymore is I don't want to spend all day standing in a parking lot. I'm sorry. Watching production cars drive around. Like, that's not my thing. I'd rather go to Cars and Coffee or on a cruise. I like autocross, but I genuinely don't have the time to invest in that anymore. If it was an autocross where I didn't have to work and I could come and drive and do stuff with people and shoot cool videos and stuff, I might do that. I know that sounds self-centered, but it's just the thing, guys. I like autocrosses, but I can't donate an entire day to stand around like that. I'm sorry. That's also why I don't do car shows. Okay, but I think it'd be cool if the students do it. There's some cool things coming up. There is, well, I don't think I want to announce that yet, but there's been a couple of people that have donated cars that I'd like to do something with all you out there in the public. but I'm definitely out there, and I think students are going to be having fun too. Hey, here's a guy, Foam Test, cool dude. Builds model planes and flies them. Honestly, I would try and find someone to edit a few videos a week for you, maybe all of them if you want. You know what, man? That would be really cool. But let me know how you do with finding somebody who wants to edit videos for free that I can actually rely on every single day, no matter how late it is and what it is, that can do this. It doesn't take time away from mine to give him the files and then rely on, because I haven't found that yet. I appreciate it. That's a fantastic idea. But I also don't have a magic wand and a unicorn to ride around either. I know that sounds kind of snarky and mean, but life. Somebody writes, why can't I super chat? I have no idea what that means. I'm probably too old. That sounds like something you'd just send dick pics to people with anyway. Okay. Pilot George. LMAO. I'm going to start taking payment on behalf of KZ for every time Jay Leno is mentioned. Why would you do that? Because then you just be like Jay Leno, taking payment to go to concourse because all these rich cronies think he's cool in his stupid denim costume because he's a real car guy. But that was probably 40 years ago before he just hang out with the wealthy elite and all those circles in the world. And now he's just a pawn of them. Sorry, but that's what it looks like true when I see everything behind the scenes. So no, George, you don't get payment for talking about that. All right, try the smaller clubs like Ohio Mercedes Club. They are done by noon usually. Okay, autocrosses, that's a good idea. That could be fun. Somebody writes, okay, so we got a Rally MR2 cross-country drive. That could be fun. That could be fun. Also, I got to beat up on Avalon King and Andrew Howe with his Fiero and my MR2. So if you guys want to be part of like the Radwood KC80s Evil Genius posse, and we'll attack together, we'll be like minions in our 80s cars. It'll be sweet. Avalon King won't know what hit them. Although I'm going to type in at Avalon King. We'll all just talk smack right now. This is great. I think this is hilarious. You going down. Let's see if they pop up. Okay. All right. Social distance car meet. No, that's lame. Okay. Besides, you know, you could, it's sort of, yeah, just whatever. Can we just go drive? Can we just do that? Okay. Since lately we've been all about vintage cars, how about some videos showing how to service a carburetor and distributor? Might as well teach how to fine tune an older engine. I agree. But I hate to say this, that would tank my views. And if I do that, then I can't bring you guys quality stuff otherwise. And that's the horrible nature of it. So I'm going to fit in good things like that and great information for you all, but I have to do it and I have to feed it in there naturally in a way that YouTube won't go, we hate carburetors. Sorry, guys. But we'll make it happen. All right. Somebody writes, Avalon King, come get some. Yes. I love it. Smack talking. Oh, they're here. You guys, Avalon King. Casey Putch, too busy watching our favorite channel. What's that? At Chris Fix. Yeah, all right. It's, okay, that's cool. He's pretty good. All right. Yeah, check out Chris Fix. Although, is that like the Avalon King? That's all you got, Avalon King? We're smack talking and you don't even have time for us? You're too good for us, Avalon King? This is so much fun, you guys. This is to me anyway. Somebody writes, I'll message you privately, Casey, later. I am a great editor and will work for free. Well, I appreciate the help. We could potentially do something. And but let's do it together. I don't want you to just do stuff for me, okay? Let's all go somewhere together. That's what I'm all about. I may be the only one, but that's my deal. Somebody writes, do you have an opinion on the 80s Dodge Daytona? No, I'm sorry, I do not. Not really. It's 80s. I don't know. Okay, let me get back on track here a little bit, you guys. I appreciate the feedback relating to all of this. Come do a tour of the Barmer Motorsports Motorcycle Museum. Okay, if they pay me to come down there and do it, I would do that, but that's a long way away for me, and I can't just do that yet. But I have some super epic stuff coming up that I know you guys would like that is actually potentially, not potentially, it is more epic. Trust me. It's going to get crazy this year. So thanks for being around. I do want to ask you guys something. So obviously Avalon King is cool and helping sponsor this channel so I can bring worthwhile content. But the outro commercial, what do you think of that? Because what I'd like to do is bring it in more naturally. I really do like the product. So I just want to get your feedback on what you all think about this because we're on it together. Okay? All right. The Fiero will not stand a chance against the MR2. I know, he's going down and it'll probably catch on fire. Yes. Okay. Has problem with cylinder head. Okay, that's cool. Oh, Michael Morrison says the Daytona 2.2 turbo engine is problem with cylinder head. Yeah, that's possible. Okay, somebody writes, this is going to be good. Hey, Casey, something I would find helpful would be to show people what they need to work in the car industry. I can do that. It all comes down to connections, polish, play the game that the corporate people want you to. Doesn't matter how talented you are, as long as you're what they think they want. Sorry, but it's true. You got to learn how to play the game the whole way around. I know how to play the game. I just don't want to. That's my personal thing. But I would be happy to do a longer one on the nature of that, relating to my experience with students and helping forward their careers out of school and what I have seen and learned from all sides of the fence, which no one will tell you because everybody's trying to go somewhere and ride somebody else's coattails, and I just don't do that. Okay. Run the Corvette in the Masters Historic. Hey, that's a neat idea. You talking about the yellow one? Also, our prototype car, we could have done that too. Actually, what I would love to do for Genius Garage in the future, if I can make the big things happen I want, is one, I always wanted Genius Garage to be super high-end, really a dream shot, launch careers, etc. So what I'd like to do is get a Cosworth DFV era Formula One car from the late 70s or early 80s, one of the ground effects cars or one of the flat out nasty ones from the early 80s, and run that with the students in the Masters Historic GP, because that would give young people the only opportunity on the planet to run their own Formula One car team, yes, and be at the same weekend as actual new Formula One and meet a lot of amazing movers and shakers and CEOs out there. And I think that would be an incredible way for them both to get experience and awesome connections to jumpstart their career. So yes, I want to do a Genius Garage Formula One, and I'm just going to do that in the future. We'll see. Somebody wants to get in on that and make it happen, great, but that's what's going to happen. So get ready, worlds. We're coming whether you like it or not. Yes. Oh, Grant says, oh, hell yes. Dude, you put hell. But you can't even write yes correctly. Come on. F1 NASCAR rally. What's your favorite? Honestly, man, F1's a purposely obtuse monetary and engineering circuit that's out of control. I don't even follow it anymore. I'm sorry, but I don't. I just think it's everybody just trying to be aristocrats anymore. It's not even, I can't even watch it. NASCAR, it needs more road races. And they need to be more old school, like old in the old days. And I could dig that. And a rally, I don't know. I think I'm into it, but I don't know. I kind of like circuit racing better because it's more of a boxing match. Hopefully, rally's really cool though. So I got to tell you, my favorite thing to watch is motorcycle racing because it's hardcore. And motorcycle racing will always be dangerous, so it has the beautiful way of weeding out the trust fund babies and the polished people wannabes and those that care about money more than racing and boxing. So it's still a real support. So I guess I like watching motorcycle racing. Somebody writes, you're a great man, Casey. I'm hooked on your channel now. Thanks for all the super high-quality content you provide. Binging on your channel right now. Thanks again, Patrick. Thank you. I appreciate that, and it means a lot that matters. So thanks for the feedback. Okay. I think your promos for Avalon King are fine the way they are, especially if you stand behind the product. It's not like you're pushing Raid Shadow Legends. Okay, I don't know what that last thing is, but no, it really is super nice product, you guys. I put it on the Viper. My car has never looked that good. And actually, I'm going to try it on my dirt bike because that thing gets dirty. And I think that the product is going to help keep that off. So honestly, my Viper's never looked this good, and it really brought it out. So I'm going to use the Avalon King stuff on everything. So I'm glad you guys agree. It's just nice to team up. Okay. Oh, Avalon King writes, regarding the outro, I think you should expand it to 15 minutes long. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have a problem with length, Avalon King? That was low, and it was funny. Yes. Okay. Oh, and he writes, and have someone cool like Ed Bolian in it. What? Hey. Gosh, my sponsor. I'm smack talking with my sponsor. Have you guys ever seen this before? Like, can you imagine what I would do to an enemy? Really? If this is my reaction with the sponsor, I think this is so great. I love this, you guys. I love you being here. Thank you for being part of this. Okay. Somebody writes, Casey, I know several people in the Columbus car scene who don't care for you, and I have no idea why. They don't even do the types of racing you do, purely drag. Drag racing. I don't get it. I don't get it either, man. I've not really been in the drag scene, but I can tell you this. When you have core values and you stand for something and standards, there are other people that don't share those, and there will come a time when you come to blows, and you have to decide, I'm not going to associate with those people. And those kinds of people will usually find a reason to hate your guts. I lived in Columbus for quite some time and stood for Genius Garage and young people in the car scene for the right ways. So if you find people that dislike me, you've got to ask yourself why. Either there's something that I'm a horrible person about, or maybe those kind of people don't like being around me because I will call them out and not deal with their crap. Or they just haven't met me and realized I'm a real person that's actually nice, at which point I would say, hey guys, like I got no problem with you. Like, let's hang out and do fun car stuff together. And then maybe they'll be cool. So I don't really know, but I do know that doing YouTube and talking and being a figure opens you up to all kinds of weird stuff in life. And I don't know what to tell you. So Patrick, I don't know what to tell you, man, but just trying to, help car people and young people and have fun. Not exactly over here biting the heads off puppies or something. Okay. Just tuned in. Super glad. Oh, I'm losing. Super glad to see you. I don't know if anyone asked this yet, but any ideas on when Genius Garage summer decisions will be released? Bowden, thank you. It got delayed a little bit with some things, and I am beyond slammed. I have nearly everybody chosen and solidified for summer with the exception of one or two. So I'll be finalizing that here soon. Thank you for being patient. But if we're opening the Columbus one down by the toy barn with the Corvette, there's going to be a second opportunity potentially for people if you don't get in for the Lykan build and the build stuff with me up in the greater Toledo, Northwest Ohio cornfield area. Okay, you guys, what just happened to the IndyCar engine slap? It's going to happen, man, but I'm only one guy, and there's not like a magical money tree, okay? So we're talking about it. We're getting going. There's a young man named Joe Dell, really cool guy up at University of Toledo, and he does autocrossing he does track days in his S2000, and he's really behind wanting to do and learn from that. So he's been coming in and researching and making stuff. So the behind-the-scenes stuff is happening, people. When will the Porsche Boxer Lykan build start, Casey? Here's on my channel, but I love cars, and I'll continue to make videos as I can. Me too, dude. Automotive Talk. Got you. We're in the same boat. Pile of George. You like him, but do I? We don't care, Pile of George. I know George. I'm not actually being a jerk to him. Well, maybe a little, but it's kind of funny. So bikes are dangerous, but when you get older, you make your own decisions wisely. Wisely is subjective, sir. But I know exactly what you mean. As you age, you start looking around going, maybe I shouldn't risk this as much as used to. But bike racing is still the best. Nothing risk, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And I will say, if anybody has a problem with motorcycles and motorcycle racing, I'll say, well, what about motocross, wingsuit jumping, jetpacks, base jumping, I don't know, free climbing, and all the cool manly sports out there that are dangerous? Why is it you can't be dangerous in racing? Topic for another time. Interesting philosophical and cultural deal going on. Top of the morning, Casey. Tuned in while working out at home, staying fit and staying healthy. All right, EJ. I would love to try doing all the Genius Garage stuff. I just wish there was Genius Garage U. What do you mean? Genius Garage? Oh, up near Cleveland. That would be cool, man. But we're going to have the people and the infrastructure and the support behind it. I am working on it. And I think when this fire lights, this bird's going to be taken off quick. So I'm working on it. Hopefully we get to make this Genius Garage thing be a big thing all over the plan. Foam test. What are your plans for the Lykan powertrain? More is better as long as it's drivable. It's going to be Porsche-based, of course, come from the engine that was derived from the 3.4 liter out of the Boxer, but we need more power. We'll work on it, but more power costs a lot of money and requires sponsors and stuff like that. And I would rather spend the money in a way that is best for the students' experience and curriculum rather than just blowing it on stupid parts, making horsepower for no good reason, okay? So I got to balance that. I'm trying to be an educator here, not just a guy throwing money at parts. So anyway, I bet the Fiera would either burn down or just fall apart before any real conflict happens. Yeah, that's probably accurate. And I love to dig on Avalon King. This is great fun. Paul, Will, and Claire say, hi, Casey. What's up, Will and Claire? These are the young people from the slot car program. And they're a very nice young lady and young man who are very smart and talented with slot cars. You guys, we have to go slot car racing again. You got to go. I hope you don't quit. Claire, Will, you guys are really talented. I hope you keep building stuff and having a lot of fun in the car world. So anyway. Sony and PlayStation tries to grow driver skills through game and gets them driver deals. No simulator is ever going to be a full substitute for actual racing. And people that are only simulator drivers that never do it in the real life and risk enter into the heat and the danger and the horrific nature that and the decision and the fear factor usually end up making pretty terrible drivers. So the truth about simulators and game system is they're doing this to sell the idea to the everyman that, yeah, you can drive a simulator and be a race car driver too. But the fact of the matter is you can't. I'm sorry. It's a great tool. And I think in the proper circumstance, it's a great balance to learn tracks and to develop some talent and keep your game up, but it's not a substitute. It's a sport in itself, and it's super cool, but it's not a substitute. So I'm just going to be honest, and I don't care if PlayStation and Sony don't like it. You know, if they don't like it, then let's do something together and do it real and honest rather than just like, yay, kiddies, you can drive simulators too, and you can magically be a race car. Yeah, no, doesn't really actually work like that in real life. Sorry, but yeah, we could do something. Simulators are cool, but I'm going to tell how it is, and I don't care if you don't like me for it. It's for the betterment of you guys. Okay, here we go. Eyeing an old Mitsubishi dealership by Toy Barn. Why, yes, I am. That's why there's a Genius Garage Corvette in it. Genius Garage. And also that used to be Marsh's place with a cool car collection back in the day. Actually, I Instagram Marsh about some of his Porsches. It's kind of neat that there's race cars there again. And this will be for teaching. Genius Garage is going to be huge in his best Donald Trump voice. Not a political thing, just a funny New York voice. Okay. What's the best advice to someone broke in their 20s? Grit and good life decisions. And what's that word? Instant gratification will hold you back. Okay. So you got to get there. Don't go taking out loans and doing car lines. You gotta build your position and strength first to get somewhere. Okay. Hang in there. Grit. Okay. Let's see. What tires do you run on your Viper for the street? I'm due for new ones on my 01 Z06, looking for recommendations, just seeing what people run. The ones I can afford. Yes, affordable ones that are going to be decent performance and last the money and performance, safety, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. Can't really tell you any more than that. The kids 18 to 25 around here are stupid idiots. I'm afraid of our future. Don't know how you think you're going to train these morons. Well, Gonzo59, with all due respect, perhaps you're not connecting well with them, or perhaps you're surrounded by stupid idiots. If you're surrounded by stupid idiots, I suggest you go somewhere else where there are worthwhile young people that you can connect with and share your mentorship and wisdom for the future, because there's loads of amazing young people everywhere. So I think you need to look at how you either look at young people or who's around you, and maybe don't say things like that, because it degrades all young people out there, which are really fantastic. So tell you what, man, let's just have a look around and get together and do something worthwhile for the future. Okay, morning, Casey. It's Justin in Amherst, doing my home projects during this dark time of stay home. Good background talking to help me out with that. Well, right on, Justin. Okay. This person writes, I'm an applicant, so obviously I'm biased, but I need to say that Genius Garage is a phenomenal program. I don't think there's anything out there that could open the doors into automotive the same way. Well, Odin, I appreciate you saying that, but in a matter of speaking, opening those automotive doors is a side effect of Genius Garage. The primary effect of Genius Garage is giving young people the opportunity to grow that literally doesn't exist anywhere else. And what I mean to say is academia in the college sense is a complete risk-adverse vacuum. They don't know how the real world works anymore, and it's all intellectual, which is very much needed and worthwhile. But Genius Garage is real world and high end and demands the best out of people and gives them an opportunity of support to where they can grow as individuals and apply their academic knowledge in a practical way, which is exactly what industry and all hiring people need from young people so they can hit the ground running and be a worthwhile part of the team. So basically, Genius Garage, we're just building the people and them getting great jobs as a side effect of that. So right on, man. I appreciate you saying that. Hey, from Houston, Texas, I've got a 2011 Audi A3 TDI and a 2012 VW Jetta Wagon TDI. No payment for the win. Boom. Yes, no payment. Listen up, young people. Warren Buffett's rule number one, don't go into debt. Right now, during this time of the coronavirus and every pandemic and everybody being locked down, businesses are getting demolished right now. Our economy is being crushed. Small businesses, you're screwed. If you're in debt and you have payments, they're not, yeah, they make you close, so your business tanks, but there's no grace period. You still have to pay rent. You still have to pay your loan. You still have to do that. So everybody's screwed. So the point is, like my old grandfather from World War II and the Depression would say, if you own it, you don't have to make payments. You can fare out these, you can ride out until there's fair weather again. Get it? So like my Porsche 944, bought it for $3,000, fix it up for $1,000. I will drive it every day happily. I have no payments. It works great. And I know how to fix it and I can get parts. So yeah, man, cars that you can work on and you own and are reliable in a time like this are the best cars to happen. Just wanted to say that. Hey, Casey, are you quarantined yet? Everything here is shut down. Are you running out of toilet paper? I'm good, dude. Everybody's healthy around here. Yeah, things are shut down, but I don't really care. I go outside anyway. I just work in a garage and do you too. So I'll ride my motorcycle and go outside. My cars don't have the coronavirus and I hardly see anybody anyway. So nobody's quarantined. Everything's cool. Just making good life decisions and being respectful of others. And that's kind of helpful. Just all be cognizant of what's going on. And, the sky is not falling. It's a sunny, blue sky day with puffy clouds. And it's cool. I was feeding the squirrels today. Okay. Avalon King, that whole last bit sounded like something an evil genius would say to recruit minions. Well, Avalon King, what's your point? Evil? What do you mean evil? You have any proof I'm evil? Avalon King, your Fiero? You're the one in a little cave garage with your weird lighting with blow torches and stuff. Just picking on some guy up here in Ohio that's helping it. I think you're the evil 80s guy. Yeah, take that. This is so much fun. If you guys can't tell, I could make a sport out of talking smack. I just love it. It's good fun. If the Indy 500 isn't canceled for the first time since World War II, will you be taking that fantastic Indy with the Churchill lady with the Churchill stories to her first experience of the greatest spectacle in racing? Well, Stymie Snurdly, I appreciate you saying that. He's speaking of the lady who's a mentor of mine who worked for Winston Churchill and came from Switzerland. She was the nice lady that we fixed up that Mercedes for, and why I went to war with these crappy Mercedes dealerships that were trying to screw her over and not do warranty work. It's always sunny in Sylvania. Yeah, you guys suck hardcore. Worst dealership on earth. Anyway, that was the one in the Toledo area. So anyway, that could be a lot of fun. If I can, I would be open to that. Hopefully Indianapolis, maybe there's some car people out there that want to get help be behind that too. It's a community thing. I know she'd love meeting race people and coming and being part of that. So perhaps, I don't know, Penske's people's, Indy's people, amazing woman, community, just incredible person. I mean, she is in a hometown world hero, person for history. I think deserves to get to go to Indy and live it up. That's the one race she's never been to. She's been to Monza, Le Mans, Nürburgring, everywhere. Dreams to go to Indy. So I think that's really neat. Thank you for bringing that up. We got to think of nice people. Casey, Sony PlayStation really does get drivers of the simulator real world deals to race at Le Mans series. So that is why I'm asking if you could work together with them. Yes, but here's the thing, man. Like, here's the truth about all that. They don't give a crap about what's going on, if it's true or not. If Genius Garage thing is the best thing since sliced bread. What these places care about is how many followers you have, how much money you have, and if you just happen to be in the right PR place to make them look good so they can sell product. That's it. When that time comes that they think Genius Garage and me is worthy to do a relationship like that, then I would be open to talking about it. But only if it's being done for the right reasons. Because if it's just a BS thing to fool people into thinking that does something when it doesn't, and it's behind the scenes like a put on stage play BS, so they can make money and they're just basically taking advantage of it, then they can go climb a tree. I'm not going to do it. But if they do it for the right reasons, as actually driver development tool, and we're doing something to forward the careers of young people and things for the future, and they're not just hucking product at young people, selling them a lie, then I'd be okay with it. And yeah, I'm going to be this mean. And that's how you guys know when I represent something, I believe in it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not mad at PlayStation or you. I appreciate you bringing it up, but I cannot deal with backhanded crap. I can't do that. Like, I'm honest, and I'm not afraid to go toe to toe with things that are not honest, that are fake, and they're BS, because it hurts everybody. It hurts all you. We're in this together. Okay. I got your back. So that's what I'm getting feisty. Okay. Casey, easy with the facial gestures. You're freaking out. All right. Do you think Genius Garage will do more aviation-related stuff? My dream job is to be a pilot, but I have a passion for cars too. It would be great to have a location to learn about both. Well, Connor likes cars. I appreciate you saying that. Genius Garage's wheelhouse is really engineering-related projects to forward the careers of engineers and such. The Experimental Aircraft Association is a great place to be able to build and engineer your own airplanes. However, this is 2020 in the United States, and we are risk-averse, lawsuit-happy freaks. Dead honest. That destroys aviation. And it destroys experimental aviation. And people will crush you just because they think it's dangerous. Yeah, aviation is dangerous. You can end up being a hole in the ground. But if you make good decisions, good engineering, you won't. Okay? That's the problem for a Genius Garage with aviation. I don't know. I don't know if I can beat that part of our culture with it. I like building things, but what's the point of building airplanes and aviation stuff that's grounded? This year, I really wanted to do supersonic wind tunnel test models. But big dumb corporation machining company bailed on us, which would have been our ability to make the models and get things ready for NASA. So it's a tough thing, man. Fortunately, though, with cars, the general populace is a little bit less freak show about racing because it's really not very dangerous, especially vintage racing and stuff. So we can do that and train young people's better. But it's a product of our culture, man. Everybody just, College Humor did a skit about that, and the end joke was, okay, how about we just go in our darkened basements and sit there and stare at each other, because everybody's so freakishly risk averse and afraid to offend anybody. And it hurts Genius Garage too in aviation. So I love aviation. I'll champion it forever. I want to get my pilot's license in the future, but right now I'm just trying to forward the lives of young people. So I'm going to do the best I can. Hopefully, maybe if there's some aerospace related things I want to team up and get behind it, then I am here, guys. Let's do it. Okay. If anything, you are the opposite of an evil genius. You help young men and women have an experience, and you have a Batmobile that runs. But I stole it from Batman. He is nothing but a crybaby billionaire. No, I'm just kidding, man. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Okay? What is Art Kermest? He writes, that's not being mean. You're doing a great thing to show the new generation self-worth. Because there are a huge group of companies that just throw money thinking they can buy you over. 100% true. The other thing I want to bring up is the Concours world, restoration world, and vintage car world basically have no real charities. And their foundations are generally always bullcrap. And the only thing they do to make anybody think they're doing anything for young people or the future of vintage cars is try to get young people into restoration. And then they pat themselves on the back saying that they're helping the future. No, they're not. You're turning young people into indentured servants to work on your rich people old classic cars. It's true. I don't care about saying it. It's true. Genius Garage is not that. I'm forwarding their careers, getting them out there in the world to be a valuable member of society and the nation and industry, and making vintage cars matter. And guess what, guys? Right now, all those rich old cronies and their stupid foundations and big things keep poking at me, trying to figure out what I'm doing, presumably because they want to try to replicate Genius Garage and then mutate it for their own benefit. Screw you guys, I know what you're doing. I might start talking about it. And I'm going to keep doing this for the betterment of young people in industry and the future of our car culture. Whoa, what are you going to do? All right, guys. Casey's getting confrontational. Backing up young people. Yeah, I am. Okay, here's a good one. My father worked at NASA during the Gemini missions, in Apollo missions. Today, he turns 80 years old. The entire goal for NASA was to get men on the moon. If companies had one goal, then much more would come. That's awesome. Awesome. You guys, let's all, wish this man's grandfather happy birthday. I got to tell you, Eddie worked back then where you're engineer, fabricator, whatever, Apollo, Gemini, man, those guys and gals, they were thinking, they were imagining, they were building, and they were doing it without all the computer crap we had today. They were drawing it and thinking and doing math and machining, and we did it. They took a risk. They made it happen. They all came together. That is an amazing life lesson for nations and the future of what happened. And that's why things suck so much right now is we are stymied by politicians and corporations that are completely risk averse, that just want to pat themselves on their back and position for wealth, that our entire Western culture is going nowhere. There's no uniting for any common goal. The only uniting we have right now is we had to shut down all our businesses and go home. That's it. Right now, we're going to be screwed. Like, let's all get together and do something of value for the future. So, hey, man, awesome. Happy birthday to your grandpa at NASA. Very cool time. Very cool people. Okay. Yay. Happy birthday, Apollo guy, this dude writes. Why buy a Concorde/Vulcan plane? Would you buy a Concorde/Vulcan plane for Genius Garage? I sure would. But I don't have Rothschild money. So going to have to be a little more efficient with it. Okay. This person is freaking out, presumably on some sort of drug here, Ryan, and just banging on the keyboard. Hey, man, relax. Or get your hamster off the keyboard. This person writes, no, my father, if you ever want pics of NASA, let me know. He is an electrical engineer in the entire goal of NASA down to the janitor was getting man on the moon. My father is a jerk, but brilliant. Oh, okay. Okay. Why is he a jerk? I appreciate your honesty, though. Sorry, I said grandfather. Wow. I don't know. I like the honesty. Okay. All right. Well, there's jerks that are brilliant. I don't know what to tell you, man. Hey, Casey, do you ever have an opinion on what kind of welding I should learn to work on for a future 80s project? Like a welding. Metal inert gas, okay? That's where you have the gun, and the metal spool comes out. Don't get the flux core. That's where the flux for the shielding gas is in it and burns. It can be dirtier. Have a gas bottle. It's real clean. Just get yourself like an 030 wire with your trimix and your gun, decent one from Lincoln or something. One that plugs in a household 110 current is going to do just fine. There's technique. You can weld up to 1/8 inch thick steel, no problem. You can build cars till the cows come home. So get yourself a good MIG gun with a gas bottle. 110, you're going to be just fine, okay? All right. What do you have to say to the people like me who are entering trade school because of the love for their cars and want to build and race car like Genius Garage, but maybe for drag racing? Well, I say, pause for effect. I say this, trade is awesome. Learn how to have the bottom line and work your way forward, build, keep your debt low, make money, build a business. And when you're building cars, always look at the bottom line. It's very easy to blow all of your money on silly car parts when you don't need to. So make good decisions and think of your asset value of the car, where you're going for the future. But more importantly, work on building yourself and your business and your value to your community with your building, working with your trades and with your hands. Remember, everybody out there with the trades, you are actually doing something tangible of value for people in the community and the nation with your hands. You are creating. That is amazing. I already like you better than I would say 99.9% of all private equity wealth manager pieces of crap that just are out there and basically stepping on every other person and manipulating, using coercion, manipulation, extortion tactics to, one up and buy and sell things to make money for that. So kudos for everybody out there building something, and screw you bunch of phonies that are social climbing jackwagons. Oh my God. Casey's being polarizing and telling the truth. Oh boy, so much for a career. Oh, right? Anyway, Casey, your last video with the 944 inspired me to rebuild my starter on my 928, even though I'm only 16. Dude, you're 16, have a 928? That is awesome. Also, the starter failed again and didn't work, so I'm going to have to actually take that reman starter back to AutoZone and be like, you guys suck. I want my money back, and go find one from somewhere else, because all the Casey magic in the world is not making that piece of junk work properly. And I'm tired of hearing those gears grind on my flywheel. But Elias, that's very cool. I'm proud of you. Be safe doing that, though, okay? Be safe. I'm glad I inspired you, but be safe. Hey, Casey, your last video with the 944. Okay, sorry. Same one. Trade school tip. Stay off the Snap-on truck. Yes, the Snap-on truck is basically like a stranger offering you candy in a van, okay? The same effect is going to happen. You're not going to like it. And you're going to be emotionally scarred for the rest of your life, okay? I'm sorry, Nick Kazmaier, if you see this. I love you and I love your job, and there's some great tools there. But a creepy guy in a van with no windows, with candy, is going to do the same thing to you, metaphorically speaking, as the Snap-on truck is going to do to you mechanics. So be careful. Oh, God, I'm never going to have a career. This is so much fun, though. Hook up with Mike Rowe to get more sponsorship and placement advice. You know what? That'd be super cool. But I would be more interested in just connecting with Mike Rowe, because I think the value of what he's doing in trading is awesome and resonates with my own. And if by chance we get sponsors or followers and we can send that message better together and have a value for our community nation, then awesome. So that would be my first goal. But I appreciate you guys looking out for me and support for the channel and all. Make them good? I don't think so. Okay. Hey, Snap-on. Whatever. Okay. I don't know. Go buy used tools from an old timer that have really nice lifetime warranty. They're still working fine. Okay? It's still dangerous. What about the Mac tool truck? Same thing. Scary. Okay? I've got a few things from there, and half the time when I bought stuff, I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do? Who needs student debt when you can have tool debt? Yeah, it's the same thing. But when you have tool debt, you have tools, and when you have student debt, you have a piece of paper on your wall. Mine's hanging in my garage. Okay. Oh my God, Casey, you're ruining your career by saying truth and speaking from the heart. Thanks, Casey. It's an 84 project that my father and I work on, but can't wait to see more 928, 944 content. Thank you. I'm glad. I hope you guys enjoy it, and it means a lot. I've seen a lot of other people get inspired with their 928s and 944s, and that's awesome. As a heads up to all you guys, it's possible I may sell my 944 this year, not because I don't like it or isn't fantastic, but because I'm not actually wealthy to hoard cars. So if you guys are into a really nice 944, that may happen. Okay. Harbor Freight is fine in 2020. I got to talk to you guys about Harbor Freight since you brought it up. I got to talk about it. Okay. So Harbor Freight has a lot of super cheap stuff. They have super cheap for a number of reasons. One, it's poor quality metal, and a lot of their things won't cut the mustard for a real mechanic or working. It's true. A lot of things will work just fine. But Harbor Freight is importing stuff from far off lands. So we as Americans are taking our wealth or our value or what we've built to create and buying cheap crap made in a foreign land that somebody here is profiting off massively. Okay. So what's happening is the people who work cheap in the foreign lands are getting taken advantage of, but these people who have made that happen to sell us car people and hardworking Americans cheap crap that'll work. So the problem is it works in the short-term thing for all of us. Like I get a cheap go-kart engine or a lift or something like that you don't use much, but it's going to hurt all of us in the long run because we don't have quality stuff that lasts and lasts and lasts. It's a value, and it's something that I think people are starting to see right now with this coronavirus quarantine because of all the little businesses that are tanking and getting shut down. And the people that are in debt or don't have quality things that they can't weather the storm, they're not going to get there. So I just want you guys to think about that and keep that in mind for the long run and the value of tools and spending $1 and our relations with other countries and what's going on. And are we selling basic and experience, guys? Oh, a sad face. Nick, I still like you, man. We'll talk about it. Maybe we'll do a video. Nick Kazmaier, let's do a video on it if you're still there. My friend Nick drives one of those tool trucks. I still like you, buddy, but I'm going to tell how it is. Okay. So let's do a video. I want to hear from you. Okay, guys. Somebody writes, Snap-on sucks. Way overpriced, no better quality than other brands, and they fight you to warranty tools. Quite possible. Okay. Thanks, Casey. LOL. That's funny. Hey, Casey, what would you say to a teen who wants to design cars for the future? Well, sir, you have to figure out what design means to you. If you're talking about the art and rendering aspects, you are going to have to go to an expensive, difficult design school and be able to render your brains out. And hopefully you can get one of those jobs at a big company that somebody else will dictate what your designs are. And you're basically an automaton that draws pretty pictures and can render it. The truth is, you don't really get to call that many shots with designing your cars like the olden days. Okay. So if you're really into drawing and rendering, and that's cool, you can go do that if you're into that. Okay. If you want to design cars in terms of engineering, if you go work for a big company, you're going to be working on a smaller part because you're a bigger team. So if you want to be more of a part of the greater whole of designing cars, then you need to work for a smaller company, perhaps one of these cool replica companies like Factory 5 or RCR or something, where they're doing the whole. And you can be involved in the whole process, okay? It's kind of going back to old school and doing stuff. Or perhaps you need to find a great career in engineering, where you can go have a wonderful career and be part of a big drum. You can engineer, you can build on the side, and it can be your side hustle. Who knows? Maybe that'll turn into a business. But that's my advice when people start talking about designing cars, what that means. If you think you're just going to go to school to design pictures and you're going to get out of school and they're like, go let you design the next Ferrari and put your name on it. Sorry, man. It's not the way that happens. Okay. But it doesn't mean you can't do really cool stuff. This person writes, I'm a master plumber by trade. My best advice about tools is the cheap ones pay themselves off and then work for you. Tools for work are disposable because they make money. Yeah, but they have to do the job well. So if you buy tools that are cheap, of bad metallurgy, and like your open-end wrenches start to flex or things break, you can not only hurt yourself, but round off bolts in the junk. So I like to buy tools that are the most efficient. Okay, like the best price to do the minimum of what I need to last well. And then if they have the lifetime guarantee, they go from there. There's no sense in buying Fabergé eggs tools or tools made for usage in space. And you know what I'm saying? When there's things that are good enough to get the job done. So you have to look at the level of tool you need. Truthfully, guys, I pick and choose. I don't have one brand. I have some Mac tools. I have some Snap-on. They're smaller, okay? I've got Craftsman. I've even got a couple Duralasts that are decent. I've got across the board. When I buy tools, I look at the quality of the example and how much it costs and what it'll do and how long it lasts. I have loads of brands of tools. I pick and choose what I think will be best, okay? Just across the board. Somebody writes, oh boy, good morning, Casey. About your Scirocco, how has the rear deck lid spoiler held up over the years as they're made of a foam rubber composite? Honestly, man, it's perfect. It's not cracked. It's not wonkus. It's still flexible. Still looks good. No problems there. I think they generally do well. Same thing as a 944 rear spoiler. Casey, get Mike Rowe on your channel. Connect with him directly. It requires publicists and people that know people and structure and big things that happen. And I have to have a big enough following that he's going to waste his time with me, or it's good, not waste my time, but he'll want to invest his time with me, or it has to be such a big story of helping somebody, you know, underprivileged or needy, or that fits in with a military charity or something like that. He'll do it. I'm sorry, but guys, but that's the way the game is played. I would love to work with Mike Rowe. You know, so much of what he says resonates with me, but until those things come into play for the nature of how that whole game works, I got to keep plugging along, guys. Sorry, guys, but it's the truth. I probably shouldn't be saying this. I'm probably making everybody in the world mad, but it's true. I like Mike Rowe, but I don't know. I got to be big enough that he'll want to collaborate with me, you know, so maybe in the future. This person writes, the companies here need to be selling super cheaper. They can't afford Mac or Snap-on, just reality. Look, man, Mac or Snap-on's making money. They're a business. They want to be in the black. They want to be making. That's what they do. It's not up to them to sell things cheaper to everybody else. It's not. But what we can do as people and consumers is choose what we think is the best to purchase, and we can influence how companies are. But if companies are doing something and making money, it's because they're making money and they're able to. So don't be mad at the company. Don't be mad at the player. Be mad at the game. Okay. So let's figure out how to change the game. Okay. Sorry. A gearhead that understands economy better than most on Wall Street. No, Wall Street people get it. It's just the difference. I care about people in the future. for all. I'm not just here to hoard money and make it over others. Hence why I've spent the last 7 years putting my time and investing it for Genius Garage for the future of mankind. And I live in a condo instead of a big house. And I have a Ducati that I built out of a wrecked Ducati with my hands. So yeah, caring about people and trying to actually move the ball forward for the future. The reason very few people do that or can is very difficult to afford to do that. It's true. Elon Musk got to go do cool things because he sold PayPal and initially did that. But very few people take the risk because they'd rather just make money and have social power and clout because they don't have the imagination, the care, or the drive to actually move the ball forward for the future or do anything. It's truth. Oh my gosh, Casey's being honest. What? This is, I don't know if I can say this kind of honesty in modern America. Somebody will probably shoot me. Hey, Michael Morrison, I have Snap-on box all my life. I would buy Harbor Freight now. They are better than Snap-on and cheaper. Wow. Well, Mike would potentially know. So I'll have to give that a try maybe. Nick Kazmaier, there he is. I'm here, brother. Yes, Nick, you're still on it. Dude, let me see your truck, okay? Like, I'm going to bring the camera. So let's talk. Let's do something maybe. How about that? Personally, I've mostly switched to Duralast. Good tools, good prices, and no question asked on return. I've got a few. They work really good. I got a Duralast ratchet that I like really well. So, yeah, I could see that. When it comes more to repair a bad seal than to buy an engine, the whole system is dangerously out of balance. When it costs more to repair a bad seal than to buy an engine, the whole system is dangerous out of balance. Charles Smar, you are completely right. What he's saying is that the fact that the culture we live in right now does not fix things. We dispose of things, okay? That's dangerous. That's not good for people. That's not good for the long run of the economy or a nation. And that's sure as hell isn't good for the environment, okay? Now, I'm just being a rational human being that says I am an organic being that lives on Earth. I'm not being a political freak one way or center or anything, okay? I'm looking out for all of us, right? But the fact that it costs more to fix an engine rather than just get another crate engine is absurd. That is wrong. It's wasteful, and it needs to change, okay? So there's a lot of things about our industry and our future and the evolution of cars that I will say need to change. But keep in mind, old habits die hard, okay? So I appreciate, Charles, that you know that, and it's good to talk about. So for everybody, fuel cell area, so we can order a fuel cell and do the drawings for that. He is also learning to mic and measure the engine crankshaft. We're looking at bearings and figuring that out for a basic rebuild of the engine together, and it'll be coming. So hang on, but we got to get the Lykan build coming out. This person writes, so true. I moved to the U.S. as a kid in the spirit of American entrepreneurship. That American dream has definitely become so much harder to achieve because everything isn't important now. There's a lot of other things going on there. I think you've got a point. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, the American dream is being shanghaied, frankly. Cars are way too expensive, or we as consumers are allowing this to happen. I was looking at my Volkswagen Scirocco, my 944 the other day, and they're really cool sports cars back in the day, and they're affordable. But the truth is they're simple. And we could make cars cheaper back in the day, but we don't now because people have been able to take loans for massively expensive cars that are overly complex for no good reason. And we've been pushed this by the automotive industry and marketing to think we need it when we don't. So I got to tell you, I'd way more be in favor of cheaper, cool sports cars that are super simple, that last for a long time, because I think that's better for people. But it's not better for the automotive industry because you just want to sell a bunch of crap all the time and ring everybody in the entire nation for all it's worth and not thinking in the long run. You suck and you're going to fall down. Okay. Wow. Casey's beating up with the automotive industry. Casey, do you know when you're going to be on VinWiki again? Well, Ed and his wife just had a new addition to their family. Congratulations, Ed Bolian, on their little girl, Grace, I believe. I think I'll be going down there here shortly. I'd like to do some updates with Genius Garage, and I've got some epic stories. So hopefully soon, guys. Probably a month or so before you see some more videos there. Okay. I'm going to probably wrap this up relatively soon, guys. I got to get back to work. Yeah, I know it's Sunday. I got to get back to work. And this is enjoyable. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Hey, Casey, what's up? Also, you're going to lose to the Fiero, LOL. It's possible. I doubt it, though. Okay. No one will get mad. You tell what you think is the truth. We get mad when you don't pump out more entertaining videos. Between you and Watch JR Go, I've started a couple mechanical projects myself. Fantastic, Dan. Thank you for saying that. Have a Predator 212cc with header, intake, and jet. Should I remove governor? Don't do that unless you get stiffer valve springs and a billet flywheel that won't blow up. and then you can. But be safe with whatever it is that you have that on, okay? Thanks, Casey. You get it. I like to think I do, man. Appreciate it. Michael Morrison, NES 83, 225, slant 6, I agree. I love seeing you guys talking together and this being a great community. And congratulations, Ed, somebody say. Somebody else says, Casey, speaking the truth, love it. You know, man, you can always, they can't take away your memories. And if you got really strong core values and integrity, well, they can take that away, but I'm not going to give mine away. I'd rather die than lose that. So, yeah, I'm just going to tell the truth for the betterment of everybody. And I don't mind picking a few fights or throwing a few punches to defend it. All right. Thanks, Casey. I gained a subscriber. Thank you to who it was. I'm editing a video right now, and it will be up in a little while. Neat. So Automotive Talk, you guys check him out. Sounds like a nice guy who's watching. Go check him out. And if he's got good stuff, then give him a subscribe. All right, guys. Somebody writes, who are they? Richard Nygaard. Who are you talking about? Who are they? Live. Oh, to the NASA guy. Cool. Yeah. Any recommendation literature for someone who wants to attempt a car build? Yes, sir. Carol Smith's Drive to Win, Tune to Win, Engineer to Win, etc. Great engineering books that anybody with half a brain can understand. And if you don't get a concept, you can probably figure it out pretty quick. So it's a great place to start. Beyond that, I would say basic metal fabrication, MIG welding, and I would go online to Facebook and stuff and follow Coach Builder Resources, where they do aluminum work and whatnot. Then just give thought to your resources, what it'll actually take to do, what your logistics, what tools you need, what space you need, how long it's going to reasonably take. And I would suggest if you want to build your own car, start with something that already exists. A C4 Corvette is an amazing platform to strip down and build something crazy of. If you guys will remember, I actually cannibalized C4 Corvette and used the bulkheads, tidal, and some drivetrain stuff like that when I built the turbine-powered Batmobile. The turbine-powered Batmobile is by no means a body on a chassis, but I did cannibalize a perfectly good C4 Corvette to get the parts. So think of those things if you want to build your own car. This person writes, love it. The right mindset. Go change the world and keep paying for it. Awesome work, chap. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it. I've got some big things coming up. You guys are going to love the video on Monday. The Greenwood Corvette for $5,000 got bought by a 25-year-old young man who I have 100% faith in is going to restore it, do an awesome job, and race it. Would you guys believe he has never spent more than $2,000 on a car or motorcycle and built all his own stuff? He's got the right mindset, can-do attitude. I think you guys are all going to love him, and I'm excited for him. So I hope you guys, if you were hoping to get the Greenwood Corvette, that even though you're a little disappointed, I think we should all support him together. I think this is just amazing. I think he's going to carry the torch of vintage racing and motorsports together for the future. And he is going to keep making new history on that Greenwood Corvette. So tomorrow, Monday, watch it. You're going to love it. And some more epic ones coming out. Whoa, Avalon King. What you talking about? Denny Hampton. Okay. Denny Hampton. What's going on? Okay, everybody's talking. I don't know what's going on. It's a love fest here. It's a love fest. What's up? Genius Garage needs to go worldwide. Can you expand? Yes, I can. But here's the thing about Genius Garage, you guys. It's a 501c3 public educational charity. There's a major problem with 501c3s in the world. They're structured to benefit the wealthy and not structured well to do an actual philanthropic, worthwhile thing to grow it. Here's why. No one wants to invest money in a nonprofit because they can't profit off of it. They can't sell that entity for their own personal gain. So that screws you over. So it requires having industry to want to sponsor something, i.e. if you get big enough subscribers. Can you imagine what I'm doing with my YouTube channel? Trying to get a big enough voice to get behind Genius Garage to make it go and launch. Get it? And I can also be a champion and say things that need to be said to change the future for the better. Also for a nonprofit, the problem is you rely upon donations. Okay? So the problem with most nonprofits for weak leaders is they end up riding the coattails of the rich, of the big corporations. And then they allow those entities to mutate and skew it to the message to benefit them rather than benefit the greater good in the overall whole and bringing synergistic people and groups together for the betterment of the community, of a nation, of industry, of young people. So Genius Garage will expand, it will get bigger, and things will happen. But I absolutely will not allow the wrong element to come into play. I will not allow Genius Garage to be mutated, to be something that isn't for the betterment of young people and the car culture and our history and engineering and industry. I will not allow it to be mutated. It has to be there to be for the healthy future of people for the right reasons. I won't allow it to be mutated, and I will fight that fight. So I just wanted to tell you guys that, because the nonprofit world is not what you think it is. And those places out there, like in the car world, that have a foundation is a bucket of money with a board of directors behind it, which can be totally okay, generally speaking, if it's started by a philanthropic rich person, okay, that maintains it. But what normally happens with the foundation is it gets led by somebody in a board of directors, and it gets stymied in political BS, and they're out with their hands out pretending they're doing something when they're giving little bit or nothing to something that's actually doing it, and they only give it to their crony friends. So I'm telling you guys this because I'm totally honest, and I'm going to fight for you all, for the car guys, for our car culture, for industry, for young people, for the right reasons. And I don't care if people don't like it. That's what I'm doing. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? I don't care. This is gonna be big, and it's gonna be for the right reasons. And the people that are gonna be involved with it are gonna be here for the right reasons. So I just want you guys to know that. And I'm not gonna apologize for it, because like I said, you can they can't take away your memories, and if you hold on to your integrity and your values and don't sell out, that's the best thing. And I'd rather die than lose those things. So here we go. Let's make things work. This person writes, honestly, you remind me of my father and myself in today's snowflake world. I will take that as a compliment. Thank you, sir. Can't wait to see the next few months of Genius Scratch. Thank you, Avalon King. And guys, seriously, I know it's a sponsor, but I love Andrew and David Avalon King. The product's awesome. My Viper has never looked this good. And thank you guys for sponsoring this channel and being part of it, so we can bring quality content with Genius Garage. Forward the builds, inspire all these young people out there. No joke, guys. Thank you for being part of it, all you guys. Seriously, I genuinely appreciate you guys subscribing and being part of it and sharing it. That helps. So I don't want to go through life and not make the world better. You know, we're all in it together. So this week, going to be great stuff. I'm going to throw some punches at places that deserve it. You're going to see the 25-year-old young man who I'm excited for. We're all going to be excited for. They got the Greenwood Corvette. He's going to race it. He's going to be amazing. I promise you, this kid's going to be winning in it. It's going to be awesome. So awesome. And we're going to come back with Mike. Some things he's learned as the young baby boomer giving away his cars, some vultures that has come after him, some ways that have truly inspired him giving away that 67 Mercury Cyclone. It's going to be awesome. So guys, I'm going to sign out of here, but thank you for being part of this. It means a lot to me. It's fun. Greetings from Greece. Petros, awesome to see you, man. I would love to visit your country sometime. It's so beautiful, and you guys have an amazing history. But anyway, guys, thanks for being part of it. Nick Kasmeyer, Snap-on Tools for the win. Nick, you better be calling me right now when I sign out. I want to see your truck. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk about it. We're going to do a video. How about that? All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Please hit that bell if you haven't already. Get your friends to subscribe. Let's do something positive in the car world for everybody. See you guys next time.